Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grow up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vault and create wealth from within. What's up, good people? What's up? Let me go ahead and get my cousins from Instagram in the chat, and we're going to go ahead and get this thing popping. Hope all is well with everybody. Hope all is well with everybody. What's up, CD Nelson? What's going on? See you coming through. What's going on, Instagram family, YouTubers? What is going on, my beautiful people? Let me go ahead and get the intro song queued up. But before I go ahead and let this thing ride, I'm going to say first and foremost, welcome in, welcome back. If you don't know, please share this video. Okay, it really helps. The video helps me beat the algorithm machine that we are all facing and fighting against in 2026. It also helps me reach the people that I am supposed to reach. If that's you today, then I'll reach you. And if that's somebody else that you know, then I'll reach you both. Okay, mission accomplished. Now, with that being said, while we let this intro rock and roll, go ahead, tag, invite, share, copy the link, paste it, somebody's email, somebody's text message, however you got to do it, however you got to share. Please kindly go ahead and do that real quick while we let the intro roll, and then we're going to get straight into the beat. I got a whole entire album getting ready to drop, okay? Hey. Whole atmosphere shifting. The disruptor here. Right. When I walk in, structure shake. Whole room low, something changed. Oil heavy, yeah. Can't duplicate. Kingdom pressure in my way. I'm Dr. Tawana Worlds, the disruptor. I came to tear them structures down. I'm Dr. Tawana Worlds, the disruptor. Whole atmosphere shifting now. Kingdom pressure, kingdom fire. Every giant going quiet. Kingdom pressure, kingdom fire. Watch the whole room shift tonight. I don't step regular, I step anointed. Whole lot of warfare, still appointed. Built for pressure, built for smoke. Devil tried it, still got exposed. I came to dismantle lies, break systems, shift minds, take territory, possess land. Kingdom business, God's plan. I don't fear darkness, I fly pressure. Hold heaven back in every gesture. Oil on me, can't fake this. Whole room shift when grace hit. Left, right. Kingdom soldiers fall in line. Flags up, war cry. Let the whole camp come alive. Dr. Tawana Worlds, the disruptor. I came to tear them structures down. Kingdom authority, kingdom fire. Watch the atmosphere shift right now. Period. Okay, y'all already know what it is. Intro just let y'all know what type of party this is and what's going down. Okay, I came to disrupt. Period, point blank. Tear down structures, free the masses. Okay, declare, let my people go. Let me see which one of these highlights we
going to get started with first. Want to share a couple things with my cousins. I don't know if y'all know, we're just going to talk off the rip because I know this for a fact. It is now illegal to be homeless in certain states. It is now illegal to be homeless in certain states. One of those states is Louisiana. So it ain't enough for these people, okay, to take people's jobs, have AI, out here replacing people by the boatload like a Black Friday sale. It's not enough for people to not, have enough money to even afford the cost of living. Everything is inflated except their money. That's not enough. If you happen to become homeless, you're going to jail. You're going to be hit with a fine. And if you're homeless, you can't afford life. So if you can't pay for that fine, you will go to jail and they will get free slavery out of you. Free labor out of you to pay back that fine. But you will be housed and charged to be housed. And then you will have to do free labor to pay off the fine for being on the street and to pay off the fine for being housed in a jail facility. Make this make sense. It's not only Louisiana, it's Washington as well. It's happening in more states than probably you and I are aware of, but I'm talking about right here, right now, laws being passed within the last couple of days that will now imprison you if you are homeless. And people cannot afford life. If you have one paycheck, you are in danger. If you got one source of income, you are in danger. You pass the red zone, you going over to the hot color, reddish orangish color. You pass the red zone. And that is what I want to spend just a few minutes talking to you about. Not only that, Mr. Elon, he back out making headlines, just about to become a trillionaire, okay? He didn't pass the billionaire status. Now he's about to become a trillionaire because of an idea that he thought about. So Mr. Trillionaire Elon Musk is out here telling people that you will not be working real soon here. Okay. They already testing the robots that can work 10 to 12-hour shifts. You will not be working here. You say this is how they're going to eradicate poverty. Everybody will be at the same pay grade. I shared on the last live that I came into some very disturbing information, and I'm always researching. I'm always looking around. I'm always watching so I know how to pray. And pray is not just words, prayer is movement. So I'm always watching. I'm not solely focused on what they're doing. I just need to see what y'all doing so I can see how I'm gonna build, how I'm gonna counterattack what you got coming for me and my household if I fail to move. And one of the things that I have been talking about for a very long time is the dollar collapsing. And so as I was sitting in rooms, and I tell y'all that all the time, I sit in rooms that you don't know about. I sit in rooms that if you don't have a certain type of income bracket, you can't be in the room. You can't even get in the door. And these people talk about all kind of things. Why? Because they are building a hedge against and a hedge of protection so that whatever they're doing will not affect them, their operation, their flow of life, their lifestyle, etc. So they were talking about stablecoin. And yeah, I know about it. I have not been led to get involved in it. I tell all my cousins, for the most part, that God gave me a separate path. I'm not knocking on, anybody's door or stepping on anybody's toes by saying I wasn't told about no stable coin and no crypto coin. Now, have I checked it out so that I can know exactly what's going on. Yeah. But I haven't felt like a dire desire that you need to learn this. When I prayed for 1 year, what must we do to not be a part of that? What must we do? For a whole year, I stayed on my face. I know you're not letting us go down like that. I'm not going to become a part of the beast system before the beast system was ever built. I started praying and asking, and the path that God told me, He said, my real wealth is land. That's why I gave it to every man and woman that I called, that I blessed, that I tasked, that I mantled, that I anointed to lead my people. I always gave them land. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, David, all of them had land. And that land equaled territory. So I'm like, okay. Very first thing I got into was real estate. Didn't have any knowledge of real estate at all. But that's what God said. The earth is mine. When you in they stuff, if you trying to come out of their system, then you need to get on my system. Because there's only two systems. Okay. The world system operates off of buying and selling. That's why people will not be able to buy or sell. But my system, my kingdom operates off of seed time and harvest, investing and reaping. So first things first, you're going to need to go after land, and then you're going to need to learn how to invest in yourself. So I don't want you thinking that the money you got coming in, you're rich. You're not. I give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. I'm going to have you sow seeds to get into places no man and no woman could get into unless you sow that type of seed, unless you made that type of investment. And then what you're going to get from behind the scenes of that investment is going to be a 10x, 100x that investment. $50,000 investment yielded me $300,000 in return. So he started showing me that. And then he took me to his word, which you can go look up yourself. Okay? Go to Google and just type in the gold and silver is mine. It'll take you right to the scripture where the Lord says, the gold and the silver is mine. So I begin to research. That's why they can't put taxes on it. That's why it's not affected by the stock market. Neither is land taxable, and neither is land affected by the stock market. You got to learn my ways of wealth if you're gonna come out of their system. You got to learn how my system functions. So I did. You need to invest in precious metals, diamonds, rubies, gold. I gave y'all everything that y'all needed. Everything that is created starts from a foundation called dirt. Everything. So if you're going to build housing, it's going to start with dirt. Hospitals start with dirt. You need to go get the land because now you're an owner. When you have, well, really, you're not an owner in that sense. Let me say that a different way because some people get the big head off of that. Oh, I own land. Own land is the first three letters of owned land comes from the word owner. Okay, in that sense, not in the sense that we own anything in this world because we don't. We came in here with nothing. We're going to leave without anything as well. So we don't own anything in the spiritual sense. We are stewards. But in the physical, those who own land control power. Can nothing be built unless it's built on dirt. And if I own the land, then I'm in a better position to make the moves that I want to make for my land. Hello, somebody. I'm in charge of how much I'm going to sell it, if I'm going to sell it. If I'm not going to sell it, I'm not going to sell it. I'm in charge on what get built around it because I own land. Most people don't know this. Most people don't know when you own farmland, a specific type of land. Now you have water rights. Now you have electricity rights. Solar energy has to be on a foundation called dirt. My people is missing this out here real bad right now. Real bad. That's why I tell people I don't care if you got a 0.16 acres. You will owner. You will never ever be poor ever in your life. You will never be broke. If you own 0.16 acres and that 0.16 acres is valued at $5,000, guess what? If you have no money, you can go borrow against your land. No credit check involved. You can go turn dirt into $2,500. My land is valued at 5,000. Let me get 2,500. Give me 1 second. If you don't get out of here, turn that down right now. Okay? Do not come back in here while I'm on live. Thank you very much, Revelation. Okay. So there's so many powerful moves. People can't park unless they park on dirt. People can't build anything unless they people can't drive over anything unless they driving over dirt. Nothing can be built in this world without dirt. So when you own it, that is a very powerful position to be in. And when you own certain farmland, now you going down a part of the city board, a part of the zoning board, a part of the big dogs. And now you get to make decisions. I don't want that around my land. Well, that may be, this may be, we need to put streets over here, okay, by this land. We need to, now you guys say so. All because you own some dirt. How you think these people got wealthy? They own the dirt we drive on, okay? They own the dirt we live on. People think, oh, I'm a homeowner. You don't own the dirt. That's why they can foreclose on you. You don't own the dirt. When you buy the land, you don't own the lot. You don't own the dirt. No, ma'am, no, sir. So when you own land, you are owner and you are ruler and you are landlord, period. You get to say, down this highway on my dirt right here, this billboard is up on my dirt and it's paying me just to sit there. If you don't do nothing with the dirt, it still appreciates, it grows. So this is the system that God told me to be a part of. You want to get out of their system? Because you will not be able to buy, sell, or trade in their system. If you want to get out of their system, this is the route that you got to take. So get back to what I was saying about the stable coin and the dollar crashing. They built, or you know what I'm saying, they implemented this stable coin, Donald Trump did, but it's been in the making. All them people in Congress, they in on it. They got their own stable coins, which is a coin that is backed by the dollar bill. So the paper dollar that we use will be dead on arrival. But the stable coin will be backed by the dollar standard. Still try to keep the dollar the top dog, even though the dollar is worth nothing. This is their great reset. This is how they're going to reset the economy. We're going to back the dollar behind the stable coin. But here's the problem. The stable coin controls how much you get if they want to turn it off. If you in Texas and you want to drive to California and they say you shouldn't be in California, your money don't work in California. It only works in certain perimeters where they allow it. If you don't believe me, let me show it to you for myself. This is a problem, especially if you don't own nothing. You have no other choice but to be under their control, which you will not be able to buy, sell, or trade unless you do what they say. 1 second, y'all. Let me get a hold of my kids because they know they're not supposed to be making all this noise. They know that. So 1 second. My apologies, y'all. Y'all already know I work from home, and when it's time to regulate, I will regulate. Okay. So back to what I was saying. Let me show y'all. Better yet, than I could tell y'all. Stable coin is controlled, and this is the great reset that they about to reset the American economy with. And this is going to screw a lot of people because now everything will be controlled. Everything. Okay? I want y'all to see. This is what Donald Trump and them doing. This is what all them folks in the White House doing. Hello, hello, everybody coming in. If you ain't shared this, please. And if you can like it, just smash the like. It just helps put me in the algorithm, okay? Most stable coins are centralized, meaning a private company controls their creation, redemption, and wallet operation. Under Donald Trump's U.S. Genius Act, these issuers must back coins one to one with real assets and have the power to freeze or seize funds when legally required. That came straight from the White House. Okay? Straight from the White House. Who asked for this? Who asked for this? But this is how the new Fed chair and the government has come to the conclusion. This is how we can erase the $36 trillion debt that we have. My problem with this is it gives too much power to those people and none to us. If you are not allowed to go down the street, up the ditch, okay, you will not be able to go down the street, up the ditch. And if you thought that you were going to go down the street and up the ditch, then guess what? Hold on. Let me type in this. Okay. Stable coins can be frozen or seized for what? Like the United States dollar stable coin, okay? Or, this other stable coin backed by the US dollar can be frozen or seized by their centralized issuers, primarily to comply with law enforcement requests, court orders, and government sanctions. Stablecoins are generally frozen or seized for the following reasons: addresses that are linked to sanctioned individuals. How they sanctioning people? Entities or regions? Huh? Stuff that's been blocked by the U.S. Treasury Office or foreign asset. Financial crimes, funds involved in money laundering. If they figure you doing money laundering. Scams and hacks, wallets holding proceeds from cyber thefts, ransomware, illegal activities, okay, buying guns. Court order. You want to pay us our money for going to jail? We seize your funds. Is that what y'all want? Is this something that y'all want? Yes or no? Let me know. Do you want your money frozen like this? If you didn't bought too much Mary Jane, okay, the devil's lettuce, If you bought too much, now your assets frozen because you didn't pop too many cans of beer. Okay, you was over there hanging over by the crack house, by the heroin house. We tracked you. No, this is not what you want. Hands down, I know this is not what people want, but this is what the plan is. Straight up. And if people can't find jobs and people are forced out of the workplace because AI is automated, and now you will go to jail if you are homeless, you don't think people are going to be cool with taking that? That sounds like it's better. Control my finances. I don't care. Just give me something. That's dangerous. That is so dangerous. And this is done by design. I share with y'all all the time from their own mouth, not mine, from their own mouths, what they have said that their agenda is. They're not hiding it. We just don't want to believe it. We don't want to believe what they're showing us. I want to show you this. Hold on. While we over here, let me go back to this. While we over here, let me go back to this. I'm just going to type up a couple articles, okay? World ID. Because I bet y'all didn't know this. I bet y'all didn't know that the B system is here and coming to a city, state, house, residence, family nearest you. See that World ID by the world? Digital proof of human for the internet. You will not be able to get on the internet unless you scan your eyeballs. Make sure you're not a robot. Make sure if you want to do a banking transaction, you really you and you not a robot. All in the name of we need to protect you. We need to protect you. We need to make sure there's no fraud. We need to make sure, you ain't being scammed by no robot. We're going to go ahead and need your soul. Because the eyes is the window to the soul. Why the hell do you got to scan our eyeballs? Talk back to me, somebody. So you mean to tell me I won't be able to get online at all unless I sign up for your world global B system? And I got to scan my eyeballs? Some people cool with that because they rather get to the front of the line in the TSA. I'm not. Your eyes is your window to your soul. Why do they need to scan the eyes? Because that tells them everything about your DNA, your soul. And now everybody in the world must register. Or you could be like me and build a community and say, to hell with the Wi-Fi. To hell with your system, okay? Or you can get with somebody like me and the peoples that we rolling with and we building our own communities. That way, when y'all come with this dumb stuff, mandatory dumb stuff, which is coming down the pipeline real soon, we didn't already went and got the bag and bought real assets. We don't care about the dollar bill. We use the land to build our own schools so our children have schools to go to. We have our own bank. We barter. Okay, we all have land. We all own assets. We all grow our own food on our land. We all built our own homes. We don't owe no rent. Okay, you ain't gonna get to put us out. Us and our family. We built our own community. Got our own community bank. Okay, stacked up on stuff. Came up with a plan. While we still could use y'all money, we use y'all money. Because this system we not going into. Can I get an amen in the chat? If you ain't going in this system, I'm not. I'll holler at y'all from the middle of the desert. Okay? And if I can't highlight y'all from the middle of the desert, to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. I'm not playing them type of games. I can't get my soul back once it's gone. Universal proof of human. Remember, I shared this with y'all a year ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Decline all your cookies. You have to scan yourself. They makes it look so normal. You are now human verified. Check this out. Check this out. Congratulations. And then if they don't feel like you're human and they lock you out, then what? Oh, okay. Everybody in the world. World ID puts humans first on the internet, from dating and live events to gaming, social media, and more. Baby, you ain't gonna be able to buy, sell, or trade. Hello, somebody. I don't care if you believe in the Bible or not, it's real. They do. They do. They know what's up. That's why they prepare in their own world. Right? They think they slick. If you think, well, Dr. T, you just preaching, Okay. Okay. Mexico. Mandatory phone registration. Let's check that out. In Mexico, all cell phones must register their lines by June 30th, 2026. The government mandate, it's mandatory, requires every prepaid and postpaid mobile number to be linked to a verified individual to combat crime. Unregistered lines face a suspension starting July 1st, leaving only 911 access. Can't even use the Wi Fi. The registration process can be completed online via your carrier's website or the app, in person, or at a local customer service center. Okay? You need a valid photo ID and a CURP certificate. You got to understand what the CURP is. It's a biometric data center where you got to go scan your eyeballs to be entered into the database. Okay? And if you're a foreigner, you got to have a valid passport, or when you go to Mexico, your phone won't work. This process applies to every active cell line in Mexico, and you can register up to 10 lines. Okay? If you face issues, whoopty whoopty whoop, avoid the rush. Okay? You will not be able to use a cell phone in Mexico. Mexico mandates digital ID by 2026. Didn't I just say the word CURP? This is what CURP is. Mexico Digital Identification System is a mandatory requirement for citizens. It functions as a primary national identification document and must be accepted by all public and private institutions for everyday procedures. You will not be able to conduct business, get social anything, go to work. You won't be able to do a dang on thing unless you are in this digital database. So don't think that the information that I'm showing you is like, oh, well, that's in Mexico. If you want to know what's coming for your tomorrow, look at what they're doing to others today. If you want to know what's coming for your tomorrow, look at what they're doing to others today. This ain't just in Mexico. This is in the UK. It's in Canada. This is in Paris, France. The same United UAE, the United European Union, EAU, America, Canada, UK, all of those people, they all together, okay? They all together. 7 demonic heads sit at the table of NATO and run the world. The EAU, European Union Alliance, or EUA, whatever alphabet. I really don't care because it's not my kingdom. For me to be like, yeah, this is exactly what it is. I can't even argue with you about politics. I can care less about them. I'm up to date about what the hell they're doing. so that I can warn my people and build accordingly. That's it. I care less to know anything about what they're doing. Only thing I care about is watching the day they are destroyed for what they have done to God's people that God is allowing. Okay? Because they still work. Okay? But we ain't off the hook. No. Donald Trump, all this, new digital, check it out. New credit score. New credit score system. Mr. Trump now. Okay? This new FICO score 10T, Vantage score 4.0, it's gonna hurt a lot of people. They know it is. Because this new score gonna consist of if you got any buy now, pay laters, and they never paid them back, those are added. Your rent payments, mandatorily added. Okay, your utility bills, if you didn't skip out on your light bill and had to change the name of the cell phone carrier, foolishness. You will never ever be able to own anything. That's the name of the game. They don't want us to own anything anymore. They own it, so therefore they control it. That's all they want. Okay? Freddie Mae, Fannie Mac is now using this system. Okay? Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae, now accepting digital what do you call it? Digital money for down payments. Banks. I want one more thing I want to show y'all too. Okay. Yes, Fannie Mae, and by extension, the broader Federal Housing Finance Agency backed system now accommodates cryptocurrency for your down payments through select crypto-backed mortgage products. Home buyers can now pledge digital assets like Bitcoin, USDC stablecoin as collateral for their down payment, allowing them to keep their crypto without triggering taxable events. Rather than forcing you to sell your crypto for cash, this framework launched in to now allow you to use your crypto for your down payment and your mortgage payments. Not only that, banks will not allow more than 10K withdrawals. Your money ain't even your money no more. I laugh at the people that think that they money in the bank is safe. It's not. Your money is their money. They took their money. Okay. If you are trying to withdraw more than $10,000 for your bank, the barrier is likely not a legal cap, but rather a branch cash on hand policy. If you try to go take $10,000 out the bank, they're going to tell you no. They got to investigate it. If they decide not to let you get 10,000, an individual tried to go withdraw $12,000 out of their account and was flagged for taking $12,000 out in cash to buy real estate. You now have to tell them what you're doing with your money. And then they flagged it and told them, no, we're not going to approve you going to go buy some real estate with $12,000 in cash. Anything over $600 coming into your bank account or going out of your bank account has to be reported to the government. They now give you a trace ID, a global trace ID, so they can track where the hell your money is going to. This is called control. This is called 100% control. And this is what y'all want. While you have the time to do something different, before all of this just comes full throttle, and Donald Trump wants to accelerate this process where he resets, the American economy because we're in too much debt to pay it back. 36 trillion. We got the war still going on back in Israel and Iran and all that stuff, printing $1 trillion a day. It ain't even that many people in the workforce. So now what he plans to do is flood the workforce with AI. And guess who ain't gonna get none of that wealth? People that ain't did nothing. People that ain't learned nothing. People that ain't learned the new skill. It's good to have a physical skill. You can build a house great. You can cook a meal great. You can clean houses great. Okay. Those are always going to be in demand. But now we in this digital era, this digital plantation. You need to have a digital skill. You need to know how to sell in the digital world. You need to have something to sell in the digital world. Or you're going to be a victim of the system. Simple as that. You're going to be a victim of the system. I've been telling my cousins for far too long, listen, get you some of this right now. Because in a minute, and I'm not talking about in months, in minutes, this stuff is happening and being rolled out every day as we speak. They are so appalled that AI has outperformed and did well, far greater than what they ever imagined. They thought that all of this stuff would be tested and by 2030 we'd be ready. So why they have the 2030 agenda. Let me remind you. Let me show you. So you don't believe me, you believe them. Now that they see that AI is outperforming their deadlines, superseding their deadlines, now they accelerated everything. Okay. 2030 digital ID agenda. Okay. Y'all can go ahead and do the same thing that I'm doing. I'll turn the camera around over here so y'all can see. We're going to just go to they graph because I want you to see what their plan is and what all will be tied to digital ID. Okay. You're going to start from the top right here. We got digital ID in the middle. You see it say right there. Entities will be connected to digital ID. People will be connected to digital ID. Devices will be connected to digital ID. And things. By 2030, we are now in May of 2026. Who knows if you even have the next 3 years, 7, 8 months. They already implementing this stuff. They already locking people out. Now you will go to jail if you're homeless. You can't make this up. Who's causing the homelessness? Very first thing on the top, your healthcare, babes. Your healthcare will be tied to digital ID, meaning you're going to have to give up them eyeballs if you want to stay alive. In order for users to access their insurance, treatment, monitor their health devices, you can't have an oxygen tank or a heart machine. Wearables for care providers to demonstrate their qualifications. Care providers or users will not be able to access any aspect of healthcare without it being connected to that digital ID. Okay, and remember the word wearables because I'm going to go show you one of them big dogs in the White House just told everybody by 2028, everybody will have wearables. Cell phones will be replaced. Your financial services is going to be attached to digital ID. So in order for you to open a bank account, to carry out online financial transactions, you will need digital ID. Food and sustainability. It's going to be a whole bunch of people starving. Farmers and consumers. You will have to verify provenance of your product. You have to enhance value and traceability in supply chains. If I forget in a minute, just remind me to tell y'all something about Walmart. Please don't let me forget. I want y'all to say, Dr. T, don't forget what you was going to tell us about Walmart. Okay. And don't let me forget about the wearables. Those are two things I'm going to need my cousins to help me remember. Go back to the wearables and Walmart. Travel and mobility. You ain't going to be able to book a trip, go through border patrol between countries or regions. You already can't fly domestically in the United States from New York to Las Vegas unless you have a real ID. Wonder why that push was so great for the real ID. Everybody got to have a real ID or a passport. So people like, I ain't getting that real ID. I get a passport. It's a chip in the passport that tracks you. Ask me how I know. That's why mine's ain't renewed. I still ain't got no real ID. Excuse me. I don't care. I can drive. But I forgot to tell y'all, they putting kill switches in the vehicles. Every model vehicle 2026. While y'all thinking that this ain't here in America, remind me to remind y'all about that too. The kill switches. How your Ring cameras and your desktop cameras are recording you and could be tapped into by the federal government if they feel like it without a warrant. Oh, we just getting warmed up. So you ain't going to have no food, no health care, no financial accessibility, no travel, mobility. Nah. Humanitarian response. You want to be an activist? You want to access services? You want to demonstrate qualifications that you can go to foreign countries? It's going to be tied to a digital ID. E-commerce. Oh, you want to shop. You want to shop on Amazon. You want to conduct any business transactions or securing payments. Going to be tied to that digital ID. Oh, you want to get on social media and just scroll and be minding other people's business all day. Well, not without your eyeballs. We got to scan your eyeballs so you can be nosy. For social interactions to access third-party services that rely on social media logins. So it's not just Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. It's not just any of those. Anybody that is using any platform, Lovables, Teachable, Kajabi, any type of courses, you will not be able to buy, sell, or trade in just a short time. Government. For citizens to access and use services such as file their income taxes, vote, or collect benefits. Yeah, you got to give us your eyeball scan, 100%. Telecommunications. In order for users to own or use devices, for service providers to monitor devices and data on the network. You will not be able to own a cell phone, smartphone, smart tablet, computer, laptop, any device that you communicate on. No, digital ID. Dang, we ain't almost done. Yeah, we almost done. Smart cities. To monitor devices and sensor transmitting data, such as energy usage, air quality, traffic congestion. I got to show y'all something. Something that's going to blow y'all mind. When they said that they will determine if you can, what quality of air you going to get, how much water you can drink. Y'all think this is a game. This ain't no damn game. This is not a game. I'm about to let you hear it for yourself. This is not a game. But before I let y'all hear that, because I almost forgot it, y'all did not remind me. Shame, shame, shame. All these things. And so you know, okay? This is coming from the World Economic Forum, the WEF, the Klaus Schwabs, the Elon Musk, the Bill Gates, the Donald Trumps, the Mark Zuckerberg, Sam Altman, Jeff Bezos, all the devils that are billionaires and trillionaires. coming from them. World Economic Forum. It's not just something that I made up. Okay? See that right there? See that right there? This comes from the World Economic Forum. How digital identity can improve lives in the post-COVID-19 world. Man, COVID is gone. COVID is gone. Nevertheless, said that I was going to talk about wearables. Let's go there. RFK, I think that's his name, Jr. says everyone will have wearables by 2028. Okay, this made headline news. RFK Jr. wants everyone to use wearables. What are the benefits? What are the risks? They monitor you. RFK Jr. wants every American wearing a wearable. Get rid of your phones. Okay. RFK Jr. wants us all to wear health trackers. Will it work? Okay. They had this everywhere. Fortune, RFK Jr. wants more people wearing health wearables. My vision is that every American is wearing a wearable within 4 years. He said that in 2025. Now he says it should be done by 2028. Okay. Let me show you. When you go into Walmart now, Walmart is tracking people's moods and emotions. Walmart has explored technology to monitor customers' emotions and physical responses, largely to improve their customer service and manage checkout queues. While these systems are primarily patent concepts rather than daily store operations, they highlight the retailer's ongoing effort to track shoppers' behavior. They got a patent for this emotion tracking system. Walmart has patent technology designed to use facial recognition software in checkout lines to spot agitated or unhappy customers. The goal is to alert staff to assist dissatisfied shoppers before a complaint can be registered. Okay? Biometric shopping carts. The company has also filed a patent for smart shopping carts that captures biometric data such as your gripping, your walking speed, and your heart rate. This system is intended to flag physical distress or monitor general shopping experiences. Hello? Hello, somebody? Hello? You don't think we going into the B system? We're there. Walmart is now using digital price tags that change prices. You can look at a loaf of bread for $1.19, turn around and be like, oh, do I need some peanut butter with that? Turn back around, that thing is $5.19. Walmart is rapidly rolling out digital shelf labels, electronic screens, replacing traditional paper tags. This allows the retailer to change shelf prices instantly rather than relying on employees to swap paper stickers by hand. While the retailer states this transition is primarily efficiency, reduce food waste on expiring items, and help staff locate products with built-in LED lights, it has also sparked significant debate. Because you can literally look at a loaf of bread for $1.19, and then if New York highest loaf of bread sold for $3.46, the price changed instantly. Do y'all see where we are going? Do y'all see the setup? We are about to be thrusted into a digital prison. Everything will be trace, track, monitor, controlled. It's all a part of the system. Okay. So now I'm gonna go over some opportunities with y'all. How do we? You told us, Dr. T, what's coming, but how do we prepare? How do we get out of this? How are we able to safeguard and preserve our family? How can we build together? How could we create a community? How can I get access to land dirt cheap? I'm gonna give y'all some opportunities, okay? Most important thing you can do right now. The three most important things, and I'm ranking them in order. Find a way to make rapid revenue. If you can't go to work and make rapid revenue and you gotta wait on a paycheck, you in trouble. You gotta have something out here, learning skill that'll pay them bills. Because everything is up except your money. Everything is up except your money. Rice is up, rent is up, insurance is up, food is up, everything is up. Your money is still stuck, still low, still premature, still not enough. So that's going to be the number one thing in that order. You're going to need money to make moves. And you need rapid revenue. You need an opportunity where you can actually create something to make money in minutes. Okay, I've done enough demonstrating with that for this whole entire week. How you can make money in minutes. There's a lot of problems that you can solve right now, and you will never struggle if you do this. If you learn how to solve somebody's problem. Well, how do I do that? Use these AI tools. Okay, use the AI tools. There's a lot of people struggling to find money. Use the AI tools to come up with something where they can make extra money right from home without burning more energy and wasting more time. Here's 5 things you can do in 2026 to make you some extra money. You can recycle. Okay, you can do this. You can draw blood, give blood, whatever the case may be. It could be a 5-step guide that AI will create for you in 60 seconds or less. And then you turn around and just sell it for $3. Hey, if you need to know 5 ways to, grow your money up in 2026 to just, have more money for the bills or whatever the case may be. If you don't want it just to be random and broad, general like that, then you can niche it down. Hey, here's 5 ways to, there's a person actually making a lot of money on how to ghost someone without hurting feelings. Brother just did $16,000 from creating a guide on helping people ghost people that they really don't like without being like mean and hurting their feelings. I went over something just yesterday that blew my mind, okay? For all the Jezebels. How to make a man worship you and get him to buy you anything that he wants. It's 200,000, 250,000 women looking on how to control men. Stupid stuff like that is solving people's problems. Because some people eat, live, and poop, especially some women, obsessive women. How to make men buy me what I want. I mean, stupid stuff like that. I showed y'all a lady in the UK making $1,000 per person to teach them how to have an orgasm. Solving people's problems will cause you to never struggle. Sometimes we want to start something, we start overthinking. Well, I want to start a beauty braiding business. Listen, you're not starting a business for you to buy from yourself, nor for you to sell to yourself. Get over yourself. Solve a problem for somebody. And then you have money coming in to go do your other endeavors, to go start your beauty braiding business. You need money to stay in business. So why not use something that solves a person's problem? Okay. Another big topic that solves people's problems is people can't sleep at night. They have anxiety. I created a whole entire ebook on how to beat anxiety without medication. And then the AI told me to create calming sounds for sleep, affirmations while they sleep, how to actually prepare their nervous system with calm sounds and not a lot of noise and overstimulated from scrolling social media, because people don't know they get overstimulated from looking at a computer, scrolling, having that light, that different type of light in your eye. People don't know they get overstimulated. People don't even know that your nervous system is being attacked on purpose, that the United States military patent for your emotions, your nervous system to be controlled by your television or your computer or your laptop. So a lot of people are finding themselves having anxiety and unable to rest. That is a problem that you can solve with AI. Simple as that. That's the number one. You need to make you some rapid revenue. Sell it for $2. Sell it for $1. It didn't cost you nothing to make it. You didn't build it. You didn't draw no designs. You didn't put no text. AI did all of it. Your job is just put it out there and let people buy it. 1,000 people buy it for $1, you got $1,000. Okay? 1,000 people buy it for $2, you got $2,000. 1,000 people buy it for $5, you got $5,000. Even in an economic strain, people still willing to spend $5. People still willing to spend $17. I was just talking to my daughter because I always tell y'all this. Even bad food sells. It don't even got to be good, beautiful. Even bad food sells. She told me today she had some bad oxtails, nasty. She's like, I wasn't going to go ask for my money back, but I don't want to be disrespectful. So you let them keep your money and you didn't even get what you wanted? She's like, yeah, I ain't tripping. Just find me something else to eat. Even bad, my point exactly, even bad food sells. And if you know how to cook, you tripping. Because that good old book that I read called The Bible talked about a man who made soup so good that his brother was willing to sell his destiny for a bowl of soup. Not just any soup. He had to have a chef's kiss type of ingredient in that bad boy for you sold your birthright? Man, give me that soup, man. You can have everything. My life, you can have my inheritance. You can have everything. Okay? You can just have everything. Take everything. You can have everything. Give me that soup. And some of y'all can cook and you broke. Do you not know that people buy food every day? If you're going to tap into something that people need every day. People need clothes every day. Whether they wash them, buy them, people need clothes every day. People need food every day. People need money every day. People got credit issues every day. People need to learn this AI every day because they get it replaced by it. Now they panicking and freaking out. People need transportation every day. Okay? So if you're going to get into niches and solve problems. Because if you solve one problem, you'll never struggle. You'll never be broke. You'll never be poor. You'll never be overworked, underpaid. You doing this to yourself, beloved. Second thing I would have, because you're going to need money to have it, get your credit together. If your money get cut off, you can leverage your credit. I don't know why our ancestors and our family, I just don't know why. Because I can't even say they was ignorant. You know how? Let me show y'all how many Black Wall Streets there were. And nobody told us this. Nobody wrote the book, the blueprint. See how important writing the book is? Letting the generations know how you did it and what we need to do. Where the hell is our blueprint? Hmm? Boley, Oklahoma was not the only Black Wall Street. I'm actually going to show y'all 14 of them. And you know what they all started with? Land and businesses. Why did nobody tell us that? Why did they tell us to go to school and work like a dog and be in bondage to the system, paying it back? Because we went to school to borrow money so we can get a career to pay them back. Why didn't nobody tell us that? Why didn't nobody tell us how they did it? You told how they burnt it down, but you didn't tell us how you built it so that we can build it. One of the most important lessons about Black Wall Street was that it was built by ordinary people: barbers, farmers, widows, pastors, cooks, railroad workers, beauticians, craftsmen, not celebrities, not billionaires, just people that came together as a community and understood if we build together, we survive together. What's wrong with us? What's wrong with us? Huh? Huh? What's wrong with us? The most prosperous Black communities follow the same pattern. Now, I know this was God. I just went and looked this up the other day. So I wanted to know, wait a minute, why we only know about one Black Wall Street when there were multiple Black Wall Streets? And how I learned that out is because I researched and I fill my mind with educational material. So I try to piece together how stuff was did. And I came across a woman who was poor as I don't know what and saved up her coins to buy property in LA. The district, the garment district, was the property. She started the AME church. I never ever heard of that story at 47 years of age. And that's what made me come ask, wait a minute, Chad. How many Black Wall Streets was there? Most prosperous, the number one thing that they all followed was the same pattern: land ownership. Everything started with land. People purchased, didn't I say farmland? And then they divided them up into lots. And then they built commercial buildings, homes, church properties, boarding houses. Everything was on the land that they owned. Land gave them control, leverage, protection, rental income, and business space. O.W. Gurley purchased large amounts of land in Tulsa and sold our leased property specifically to Black residents and entrepreneurs. That created their own economy. Okay. And then they start building businesses. They started businesses. The first businesses that they usually started was grocery stores, barber shops, beauty salons, restaurants, tailoring, funeral homes, transportation, rooming houses, non-medical homes, pharmacies, and media, printing newspaper. Those business created daily cash flow, and then they only circulated it in the Black community. It had to go around 3 to 4 times before it ever left the community. $1 can go to the grocer, that will go to the barber, that will go to the landlord, that will go to the church, that will go to the teacher, that will go to the insurance company before ever leaving the neighborhood. But let me show you how many. Okay. This is what they use. They use banks and insurance companies. Have I not been coming over here telling y'all? Everything that we are looking at right now, everything that we are looking at, how did our cousins and our ancestors do it before us? So we know how to do it again. How? If they did it with land and we're building their own infrastructure on their land, grocery stores, churches, all the stuff they just covered. What's wrong with us? We're going to get overtaken by the system. And before I even showed y'all ChatGPT, I've been saying this, have I or have I not? There were many Black Wall Streets across America, not just one. Most people only know about the Tulsa and the Greenwood. Black economic power was rising in multiple cities before segregation, racist violence, redlining highway projects, and discriminatory banking practices destroyed or weakened many of them. Here are some of the most well known Black Wall Streets and prosperous Black business districts throughout U.S. history. Of course, Greenwood, Black Wall Street. This is what they had on there. Same thing Dr. T said the Lord told her to tell his people. Why? Because he is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. If he did it for them, he's trying to do it for us. Then you got Atlanta, Georgia. Sweet Auburn. Look what they had. And then we got Jackson Ward, Richmond, Virginia. Look what they had. See the similarities? Chicago, Illinois. Look what they had. Detroit, Michigan. Doctors, entrepreneurs, hotels, Black-owned stores, jazz clubs. Durham, North Carolina. Banks, real estate firms, schools, mutual life insurance company. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Black music, jazz culture, nightlife. Black entrepreneurs. Mississippi. Restaurant, hotels, insurance company. They have the whole same pattern. Same pattern. What's stopping us? Laziness, procrastination, comfortability. And then before you know it, we won't have anything. When they finish implementing their system, then we won't have anything. So I want to make 3 offers, and then I'm going to let y'all go. Okay? Most of my time is spent educating, because if you change your mind, you change your life. If you change your mind, you will change your life. And I'm here to announce to you that if your house is standing on one leg, it's going to fall. Right now, every single thing that our ancestors had to build Black Wall Streets, their own ecosystem, is what we have an opportunity to have right now. And guess what? The government is giving a lot of money for these types of businesses. The people don't understand that monies is being moved from consumers, because consumers will be controlled. You did not know how to play the game of life, so we got to control you and tell you how to play the game of life. Meanwhile, business owners figured it out. And now they don't add problems to the government. They lessen the burdens of the government. They're out here building homes. They're out here expanding, putting jobs on the market. You know what I'm saying? Building affordable housing. They found out how to play the game of life, and so we reward those who found out. SBA, Chase Bank. I mean, when I tell you, JP, look how much money they're trying to give people to have businesses. This is where all the money going. They just launched this. They launched the American Dream Initiative, a decade-long economic plan that includes deploying nearly $80 billion in lending to boost and support 10 million small businesses. Look, this is what they want you to do. They want you to increase housing supply. Didn't I tell y'all that America is so behind? They're like 7 million homes to 9 million homes short. So anybody in the real estate, in the transportation, in the infrastructure, in the AI, okay? See that? Anybody in defense, manufacturing, AI space. If you helping local governments and nonprofits and schools and opening up schools and helping these people, they want to help you. If you are expanding small businesses, they are going to support $7 to $10 million to small business owners. Trump gives is it 10 million to small? It might be more than this. It might be more than this. Okay. Hold on. Okay. All right. So they want to be sassy. Trump didn't give out 10 million to individual small businesses, but he signed into law two major measures that authorize up to 10 million in funding for small businesses. So Trump is giving 10 million to small businesses. JP Morgan's giving 80 billion to over 10 million small businesses. SBA guaranteed loan. Okay. Help small businesses access capital when they cannot qualify for traditional financing. The U.S. Small Business Administration does not lend money directly. Instead, it ensures approved lenders against default, encouraging banks and credit unions to offer favorable terms. So they speak on your behalf. They guarantee you will get 50 to 90% of the loan. You know how much money this is? It is $1 million. And they are so ecstatic to give it away that they actually combine the SBA 504 and the SBA 78, which allows you to expand and build infrastructure. All this money we out here missing because people want to go with the flow and be a part of this B system. Stop it. Stop right now. All of the credit repair, all of the credit hacks, all of the trade line game, all of the AI, all of the government contracting, how to build a trust, vendors list, done for you digital products, all of that is inside of one community now. Told y'all, the lives and all of that, we're done. I got too much automated stuff to be here. But every time I see them coming for you, I come for you too. I come to call you out from amongst them. I don't care what you got to do, what you got to sacrifice. You better make sure you have multiple streams of income. And not only multiple streams of income, that you have multiple streams of income bringing in you multiple streams of revenue so you can go and buy you some assets. If you go buy 1 acre of land, your whole family can move on that 1 acre. Eliminate everybody's rent. Eliminate everybody's rent. Hey, we're gonna build on our own property. We're gonna protect each other. We're gonna have food. We're gonna listen. We're gonna do what we need to do. Okay, as a family, if that's what you want to do, as a family, you can do that. If you want to do it as a community, you can do that as well. Okay. Instead of buying all these digital products from me individually, let me get that over here, the sweep, let me go ahead and get the bankers, how to go run this play, let me go ahead and get this. For those that are on this live only, let me go ahead and put the information up on here. I have the Wealth Coalition. Everything will be placed in there. From credit to AI to funding to trust to everything, government contract, how to get started in non-CDL, medical courier, everything. Vendors list done for you, digital products, everything that I have offered as a low ticket on top of what I'm learning now and putting in there, on top of what I will learn in the future and put in there for you to take advantage of. For those that are on this live, this community, this coalition, if you want to be a part of a community, if you want to be a part of a coalition where you have people that's bagging you up and they have people that's bagging them up, you can get in for a one-time payment of $50 while I'm on this live. It's a pre-launch, grandfathered in. You don't pay no more monies, no more months. When it goes live next week, it will be $97 a month. So you will still be able to get in. My social media pages will be pointing you to that coalition, okay? Automated. Hands off, no more live. Look at this, what they doing, y'all. Wow, y'all better watch out for this. No, everything will be pre-recorded or automated, leading you into the coalition, where you will pay a monthly subscription of $97 to get access to everything. Community, funding, credit, you name it. Access to everything. Land banking, where to find land, cheap deals, all of that will be inside of this community. Okay, there's only 3 ways you can actually access me: in the community, in my mentorship, 3-month mentorship, or either in my 12-month mentorship. Those are the only 3 ways. So if you guys want to get access to this, I'm only going to allow you to get access. Matter of fact, what I'll do, if you live, I might play this one more time before I delete it, okay? Just for those who are action takers and want to take advantage of the opportunity live. You can get in for $50. One-time fee. You never have to pay again, grandfather. You don't only get access to all of those things, but you will be able to make money with Dr. T. Okay? Once it's $97 a month, you refer people, they sign up, you get 10%. You refer 10 people in a day, in a week. You didn't got your money back and some. So even if you didn't have a digital product, hey, y'all join this community is lit, you get access to everything. It's a one-stop shop. Now you get 10% of that every month as an affiliate. So you're able to make money with me in the community. I'm building this community for when people, my cousins, who we're building together, when you get in there, you need something, we got you in the community. Those that are on the leaderboards inside of the community, they will be able to be selected by myself. Say, hey, you teach this, you teach taxes, or you teach AI editing, or you teach faceless YouTube, or you teach how to create PDFs. Now you will be able to teach yours inside of this community. Instead of Dr. T having to do everything, hey, this is Coach such and such. She's going to be hosting, sign up for her workshop. Everything that we need will be inside of the community. Anybody want to go? Put a yes in the chat. We're going to move on just past that, okay? $50 gets you access, proximity, done for you digital products. When I tell you everything is going to be in here, I mean, literally. Let me see if I can go over here and show you just a tad bit of what's going to be in here. These are just some of the done for you digital products. Let's see where it's at. Hi, ladies. I'm almost done, okay? Hold on, you guys. Excuse me. Hold on. All right. Look at some of the stuff that you guys will be able to get for $50 one time, or $97 a month. Just depends on when you decide to make your move, okay? But it's going to be worth that 100%, okay? Ultimate vendors list, 300 done for you digital products, business credit card approval hacks, 100 faceless reels already done for you, flex jobs, money credit rent help guide, how to build business from scratch, 7-day credit sweep method. You're going to have and that's just a little bit of stuff. You're going to have a lot of stuff, okay? This is already done for you. You can take this and go sell this. Hey, here's a flex job, side hustles, daily paying. Hey, here's this if you were looking to make money from home. Hey, if you need money, credit, rent help, here's a guide for $2. Okay. Hey, if you need to learn how to build business credit from scratch, here, these are already done for you. Okay. On top of the other ones that I have not showed you. So I'm going to move past that to the second offer so I can get on ahead, get up out of here. I present it to y'all. If you want it, you can say something. Okay. Payment information is on the screen, but it got to be done by the time I get off here. Second opportunity. Okay. I got 3 spots left. Let me build you something while you bank it. Let me build you something, and I'm not even charging you a whole lot of money to build something. You want your own community? Let me build it. Okay? Let me build it for you. You want your own digital products? Let me build it. Let me build your website. Let me build your community. Okay? Let me run your little marketing so you can get the people in there. You charging $50 per month. You charging $9 per month. You charging $7 per month, $5 per month, $97 per month. Doesn't matter. Let me build it for you. Do not be lazy. Okay. Some people are not lazy. They just don't have time. Some people are lazy. They don't want to learn anything. Before you get caught with your pants down, let somebody build something for you. I got 3 spots left. I had 5. I got 3. Let me build it for you. 7 to 10 days, you will have this built out business. It can be in the credit niche. It can be in, the women niche, self-care niche. It can be in whatever niche. Let me build it for you. Let me build your digital products. Let me build your store. You just go in there and connect your payments so you can start getting paid. Now you have a community where you can resell to this same community over and over and over again. You can go in this community. You control the community. You can monetize off the community. So many different things you can do. You got a website that actually sells a digital product. You ain't got to come to no workshop. You ain't got to learn none of this stuff. It's done for you. 7 to 10 days turnaround time, delivered to you, ready for sales. $497 done for you. Any business that you would like. Of course, I have my preferences. I know what people like. I know what people are looking for. Okay. We got to take us out of, oh, I want to build a boutique. I want it to be pretty. Like, okay, cool. But do everybody want boutique stuff? Do everybody everyday buy? Now we're going to create something that people want. And then you can use that revenue to build what you want. It's the name of the game. So I will build out your entire digital product. So now you have something to sell, community where you have them together, where you can start making residual income. Let me show you. I didn't show you before, but let me show you again. Okay. This one right here is my favorite, but look, let's just go. Okay. I need a mathematician in here just real quick. If you can get a calculator real quick and just put the numbers in the chat, let me know. Because why would you ever turn something out like this? Why would you ever? The Creative Owners Club. We buy houses without banks, even with bad credit, no money, no experience. Members bought over 3,000 home live calls and scripts. It's $25 a month. Somebody tell me how much is $25 a month times 3,400. This is every month. So every month, because they have a community where they selling digital products, scripts, digital, okay? Live calls, they do workshops, live calls, hey, this is what we're doing. But most importantly, everything about this is AI, even the background, even the image. And $25 a month, there's 3,400 members inside of there. Somebody tell me how much they make. Okay. AI video boot camp. Oops. AI video boot camp. They're teaching you how to master AI video and image creation, and then use your skills to make AI ads, social media content, and films to earn money. $9 a month. There's 21,400 people in there. I guarantee you they're doing over 160,000 every single month. Credit, because y'all know this is my thing right here. Everybody and their mama looking for credit, but let's go find a credit community. It's called Big Faith Academy. They teach credit. Our goal is to help 10,000 people get a 750 credit score and access to $150,000 in business funding. We charge $99 a month. There's 642 members in there. Mentorship is built for entrepreneurs who want to leverage their credit, gain direct access to bank capital. They charge $97 a month, 47 members in there. Credit and Chill with Katrine. This is a place for real people, real conversations, good vibes. Credit, trade lines, tea life, laughs, business, and whatever's trending. Free, but you're going to buy something in the group. 100%. So don't be deterred when you say free or when you see free. Baby, they got something to sell in there digitally. She's selling tea. Okay. CW Credit Lab community, 7 members in there for free. But he's selling funding tips, wealth building, and financial growth community. You're buying something inside of there, 100%. Our mission is to transform 10,000 members into millionaires. Same lingual, $149 a month, 136 members in there. Okay. Reinvented Credit Mastery, $99 a month, 123 members in there. So I don't care how many people is in this credit space. You see the people showing up by the rows. $49 a month, 1,200 members in there. Y'all just do the math. I'm putting the numbers out. Do the math. 18 members in there. She's still making money at 149. What I'm giving y'all for $50, you have access now to have all of these digital products. I build your community for you for $4.97, and you make that type of money, and you wouldn't move on an opportunity like that. Even the person with 8 members inside of her community is still making more than the $4.97 investment to set it up. Make it look all nice, polished, poised, luxury, so that when people come to your community, they don't see no bullcrap. My boy is doing. My boy is doing. Let me see how much my boy doing. Mm-hmm. $50 a month, 2,100 members. Somebody give me the number on that. $50 a month, 2,100 members. How much is he making every single month? I said $50 one-time fee to get access to all of the stuff that he teaching in there. Planning your credit, building business credit, get your first 20K credit card in funding, start up an LLC. He charging $50 a month. How much is he making? Y'all put the number in the chat so everybody can see. Matter of fact, let me go look because I'm impatiently nosy. Oh, $105,000 a month. Times that times 12. How much you make in a year? Is he a millionaire a year off a community? Somebody let me know. Because that's going to lead me right into my next 12 months to $1 million. It's my final call because we kick off. I'm showing you $1 million right now. Off of one path, a community. That ain't even got nothing to do with funding. That ain't even got nothing to do with credit. All I got to do is community. And my boy, he ain't by himself because I done showed y'all how many communities I got. That's why you don't see me out here in these social media streets spending ad spend. I'm not running no ads to nothing. No, I have communities, okay, that I can go into. Lots of them on Facebook, lots of them on school, lots of them on Telegram, lots of them everywhere, okay? 1,260,000 every year off of a community. Why would you ever? You would never make that working and trading your muscle for money. Why would you ever? Let me build it for you. You bank it. I get paid on the front end, $4.97. You get paid for the rest of the community lifespan. Every month residually. If you charge 10 people, if you charge 50 people $10 a month, you got your money back first month. Everything else is profit. And all you would need is 40 people in your group. Not hard to get. 40 people come in there for free, and then you turn around and sell something for $500. Let me sell you a bundle for $4.97. Who want it? 5 people show up. You didn't 10x your investment. Okay? So I'm going to move past that. If y'all don't want that, I'm just going to skedaddle because this is all I got for y'all. Instead of me coming by here, you want this land, you want that, blah, blah, get inside of the community. Right? $50 one time now before I go, $97 a month. Pick and choose whichever one you want to do. You want your own digital products built out for you? There are a lot of nurses that are burnt out. I have stuff created for them where you can make a lot of money in that niche. They out here crying, I already got it built together, okay? A lot of stuff. Moms with children with autism and ADHD, big time sellers. I already have those. Coloring books go crazy. 5 coloring books for colored kids, whatever the case may be. Kingdom, kids, business, coloring book. It's so much different stuff, okay? Let me build you a digital product. $4.97. Your website is included. Your digital product creation is included. Your community is included. And your marketing strategy. We will launch your marketing, get eyeballs on your stuff, get people in the community, get you some sales. $4.97, 7 to 10 day turnaround time. Last but never least, 12 months to $1 million. We're getting ready to take off, okay? Now, I say 12 months to get to $1 million. It don't take 12 months to get to $1 million. If you just use the community method, then yeah, you'd get $1 million in 12 months. If you just use the community method, then you would make $1 million in 12 months just off the community, what I just showed you. Right? But we're not even talking about the IULs, the insurance policies, same ones the bank used to make them and their families wealthy for legacies. I'm not even talking about real estate that you would buy that you would generate passive income. I'm not even talking about the funding that you're going to leverage. Millions of dollars in funding. All that SBA play and all of that stuff that I'm telling you about. Let me go through this real quick and then I'm going to go ahead and close this all the way completely out and let y'all beautiful people be on your merry way. All right, all right. One of the biggest wealth transfers is happening right now. And this is why I'm mentioning this. I say it, but I absolutely mean it. One of the biggest wealth transfer opportunities for small businesses, that is. For small businesses, not regular smugglers. One of the biggest wealth transfer opportunities is happening right now. The SBA officially announced that eligible borrowers may now combine the SBA 7(a) and the SBA 504 loans for up to $10 million in SBA-backed funding. Okay? I'm going to tell you what type of businesses they looking for and what type of businesses we finna start up on paper for the structure. Anything that got to do with infrastructure, like I said, domestic production, logistics, transportation, healthcare, anything in the healthcare space, housing, warehousing, manufacturing, and transportation. You got a shot at $10 billion because you can combine the two. 7A, SBA 7A allows you to get this money to acquire or expand the business. The SBA 504 allows you to get the money to acquire the building and the equipment to expand the business that is going to be started or built on the structure. Okay? Example of what this could look like and what we're doing inside of the 12 months to $1 million. That's how we're going to get to the big bag, the biggest bag. It don't take 12 months. I'm going to keep on reiterating that. Give you an example. A trucking company owner could own a dispatching, get government contracts. They need money for payroll. They need money for operations, fleets, and they need money for a receivable. The SBA 7(a) will fund that whole entire situation. And then they could use the SBA 504 for the entity or the real estate and say, hey, we have warehouses for our transportation business. We also bought land and we own trucking yards. We got commercial buildings where we train young men and women from all around the world how to come get started in transportation. So now you got two loans working for you to expand your payroll, expand your dispatching, expand your operations, and to provide the infrastructure, the trucking yard, the warehouses, the commercial buildings. The operating company leases the property from the holding company. Me, the operating business, transportation business, gonna lease, okay, the property from the holding company, my real estate. So I eat both ways. Hopefully y'all got that. This is bigger than getting approved. When everything is under one entity, lawsuits hit harder. That's why we want to separate the two. Taxes get a little uglier. But when we position ourselves as operators, okay, as real estate, intellectual property, trademarks, it's another game. And then the trust, put all that under the trust. The trust owns the LLC. The holding companies own the subsidiaries. The operating company leases the assets. It all ties back to you. It's just a way to structure it. The industries that we will be working on building, because these are the ones that's going to make the most money with this play. Transportation is at the top. Logistics, warehousing, assisted living homes, non-medical facilities and medical facilities, manufacturing, anything with construction, cold storages, commercial kitchens, pantries, energy infrastructure, land, okay? Especially businesses with contracts, recurring revenue, hard assets, commercial property, and government demand. We're not just starting businesses. We will acquire routes, contracts, facilities, warehouses, and we will own them as our holding company. We will lease from our own self. Okay? That's pretty much what we're going to do. You're going to be taught how to position yourself as an operator. Okay? How we're going to go after acquisition and leverage. We're going to talk about all that same foreign. But now we're going to build something built to last. Okay? We're going to teach operating company that handles the payroll, the staff. You got to learn all of that. Real estate is going to own the land, the building, the warehouse, the equipment. The LLC is going to own the trucks, the machinery, the trust. They're going to own the estate, the generational transfer, the privacy. So you're going to learn how to structure yourself. You're going to learn how to go after this money instantly. It's not hard at all. And then we're going to create the ecosystem where it just all flows together. Once it puts together, it all flows together. If you are kingdom, okay, kingdom churches, we're teaching how to come from the pulpit and come into possession. Because if you are a church, you already own land. Or if you don't, you can go own the land to build the church, which is called the infrastructure. Still get paid for the infrastructure. You can go build schools, after school centers, daycares. You can build living facilities, graveyards, all kind of stuff. Okay, all kinds of stuff. Counseling programs, affordable housing, media companies, food distribution, community centers, senior care programs, mentorship initiatives. We own the land, but on the land that we own, we operate these facilities. Okay? So we go housing, schools, treatment centers, commercial kitchens, media studio, campuses, business incubators, transitional housing, transportation hubs. Because they all understand land structure, infrastructure equals long-term kingdom impact. We're going to go from owning a piece of parcel to owning the plaza, and then owning the apartment complex, owning the school, owning the warehouse. Why? Because we structure everything and put it inside of a trust. This is how we're going to play the game, because this is what God said. He said 12, because 12 is a government. He is creating and using people in the earth. You and me, or shall I say, me and those who will be obedient to heed his call. You will not only save yourself and your family, you will be put in a better position so that when the world switches over to their full beast mode operation, the people that's not going to go down with that, where do you think they're going to come to? Do you think God is a fool and will not have a place for his people to come to? That's why he's calling us as the frontliners. You go build it now. I'm going to feel it and bless it later. You go build it now. You and your family will be preserved from what you build. Build the ark. Build it so I can bless it. I didn't say fill it. He told Noah, build the ark. God did the filling. And not only did he do the filling, he blessed what was built in obedience. 12 months to a million, we doing all kind of stuff. There's so many paths. You get everything included in the 12 month to a million. But that big funding right there, we definitely going after that. We're going after a lot of other funding. But that is going to be our mode of operation, our MO. Now we're going to position ourselves right. We purchasing land and we expanding on that land. And this is what we're building. Community centers, development centers. We're going to teach our people AI. That's what you like. You got a whole $300 million initiative to make America AI ready. We're going to take that too. It just doesn't stop. And it won't stop, okay? You get all of that, every mentorship, transportation, land, government contracts, AI, you get everything in there. Because these are the vehicles we're going to use to sell to the government and get their money to build the very things that we're going to build. And I'm looking for the 12, which we already have. We only got 5 spaces available left. Well, we can do this in multiple cities, multiple states. We can have a hub together. I got access to all the land, acres, 60 acres, 20 acres. I got access to the land. And you can get the land for the low. They will pay you to buy the land. And you ain't even spend that much money on the land. It's not about paying for information. It's about paying for proximity, secrets, things that you don't know that I will never come out here on the open public and say. They call it wealth secrets for a reason. Hands down. The mentorship is $5K. It's for 12 months. And I don't even know a fast food worker that's working for 12 months for $5,000. I don't know one. I don't know a grocery store clerk. I don't know a cashier. I don't know an Amazon delivery driver. I don't know a cosmetologist. I don't know anybody that's going to work for 12 months for a $5K investment to show you how to make a million, make the million with you so it's made, okay, multiple ways. We're going after DSCR. We're going to own apartment complexes. Why? Because we need those. When we go ahead and we add value to our assets, we'll never have to use credit. If I go accumulate $500,000 in land, now I'm worth $500,000. I can go borrow $250,000 off my land without credit. Without credit. Why? Because I have assets that guarantee you're going to get your money back, or you can confiscate my assets. That's where no credit is involved. We will be able to provide affordable housing, so that gives us passive income, $1,600 to $1,800 a month. We will have multiple 4 or 5. We can have anywhere from 4 to 20 units for just $20,000 down. Well, where are we going to get that from? I'm glad you asked. When you first come into this mentorship, the very first thing that I'm going to show you is how to get your money back. Straight up. I'm going to show you where to go get 10 to 20K in the first few days. Okay? Good credit, bad credit, regardless. I'm going to show you where to go get your first $10,000 to $20,000, hands down. So that you know, and I know, yeah, I invested, but I got my money back. There is nobody that has worked with me that have invested that cannot say, I didn't get my money back. I showed y'all way too many receipts. Yeah, you got your, especially if you did, I done showed y'all way too many receipts. This person $25,000. This person 20,000. This person 25,000. If you just go on Facebook and type in Tawana World's 25K, it'll show you all the receipts I have showed of people. I know where to go get the funds at. I know where to go get the money at. Yes, you are going to pay me for my time. Yes, you are going to pay me for my expertise. How I did it. And y'all know I do not preach nothing that I don't practice. I done already done it, and I done showed y'all over and over again. I done showed y'all 3 million in the last 3 years. I done showed y'all land. I done showed y'all transportation, businesses, vehicles. Everything that I teach, I do. And I do it first. Because I only do what I teach. And God gave me a command before you go telling it somewhere else, getting into some other stuff. I gave you a great commission to raise up 12 individuals and show them what I showed you so that my people be blessed. You can't reach 100,000 by yourself. I mean, it ain't hard to go viral, but you can't serve 100,000 people by yourself. But you can serve 12, and then 12 can deploy 12. And that's how you get to 100,000 faster. So like I said, it is a 5K investment for 12 months. But I guarantee you, absolutely hands down, you're going to get your money back in the first 30 days. Guaranteed. You're going to get more than your money back in the first 30 days. Guaranteed. I got plays waiting. I'm just waiting on the people. And we're going to do things the right way. And we're going to structure the right way so that we can take advantage of this wealth. July is going to be a very big month. We need to prepare right now. We start getting our structure because that's all it takes. You don't have to have not one building, not one. You got to have the structure that says, I am this business. I am that business. I am this. It got to say it on paper. Okay? And it got to be legit. Oh, you legit on paper? Yeah. You a refrigerated transportation bit? Okay, cool, bet. Yeah, you can get $1 million. This is a guaranteed loan. And then we take their money and pay them back. We don't never pay them our money back to them. You give me $1 million, I'm paying you 3 years in advance off your $1 million, and I'm going to take the rest. And I'm going to invest that so that it makes me passive income. By the time the 3 years is up from the money that I paid you back with your own money, now almost half of the loan is paid back. And you're going to offer me, hey, you want some more money? Because you don't want to let me go. I've been making on-time payments for 3 years from your money. I just set it up on auto pay. Every month take out payment for 3 years. 3 years, hey, would you like $5 million? I sure would. Never pay the loans back. You got to know how to play the money game. And I'm going to teach you inside of the 12 months to $1 million. You get access to everything. There is multiple ways and multiple paths to make $1 million, not just one. If you make $1 million in AI, let's do that. Say, for instance, you make $1 million in AI and then you get $1 million in funding. I said 12 months to $1 million. You didn't got $2 million in 2 months, 3 months, 5 months. Multiple paths, multiple ways. Anybody joining us on this live, and I know I didn't show up for no reason, but my time is up. Okay? For those who pay in full, I have a bonus for you. You're going to meet up with me, okay? And we're going to go look at some property that we can buy for the low low. You will leave this VIP with Dr. T with some land of your own, 100%. I'm talking about not just no regular lands. This is land by the lakes. We're going to go and we're going to go purchase land. That's the first thing we're going to do for those who pay in full. Okay, you're going to spend a whole entire VIP day with me, and we're going to go get to the business. I'm going to show you where the land is. I'm going to show you how to purchase the land for pennies on the dollar down. I'm going to also show you how to parcel out the land. So now you're building out your own community. Okay, how you can sell you got 10 acres, sell an acre for this and that, and whatever. We're going to parcel it out. And then I'm going to connect you to the builders who will build whatever you want built on your property within 90 days, depending on the area. Okay, builders ready on deck. Bankers that will fund it on deck. You're going to get access to that. This is major, and I'm going to give you all, because God said give you all in this mentorship. I will even allow for a couple of you to put half down. And the first time I get you funded, you go ahead and pay the rest of it. But for those who pay in full, VIP day with Dr. T. Anybody that came out and did VIP days, which I ain't did in a cool minute, we'll let you know we do it in luxury and we do it in style. And not only do we have fun, we make funds. Okay? We have fun and funds. So that is for those who pay in full. That is a special fast action bonus. Okay? That also requires some set aside time with me after the live in-person event, live VIP day with Dr. T. Okay? We work on some funding strategies on the side, personalized to you. Okay? Get access to trade lines, whole bunch of stuff. For the action takers, those that will take action. But for those who say, look, I want to get in on that, I don't care if you got a credit card, use it wisely, invest it in something that's going to make the money back. I'm going to give you multiple banks, no interest, 12 months, pledge loans. I'm going to show you how to really play this game, okay? That's what I am going to do. So like I said, it's only a few spots available. I'm pretty flexible. I'll help one or two people, but it's more beneficial when you pay in full. Knock it out. I'm definitely going to hand you your resources back. And this ain't even about Dr. T getting paid, because if I show you $1 million, who's winning? If I point you to $1 million and you obtain $1 million, if you obtain 100,000, okay, I got access for you to get 250,000 in the first 30 days. Who's winning? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's pennies compared to who's going to win in the end, and it's going to be you. I'm winning for the simple fact that I did what my master told me to do. And my treasures are stored, so my pleasure is running with the Lord, okay? I want my treasures to be where moth and rust and man don't break in. So my paycheck will be paid in full with them gold crowns. I'm good with that. But I'm doing what God told us to do as a unit before we get caught up and overtaken in this beast system. And many of y'all that's been sitting around watching me God called you to build with me, and you have been very rebellious. I know that for a fact. I've been in prayer for weeks. I know exactly who's supposed to be building with me, and they know as well. Disobedience, half obedience, you just rebelling against what God said because you're like, oh, I can't afford that. You can't afford not to. He sits high and looks down low. He knows what is ahead. You do not. Your only job is to trust and obey. Simple as that. And I promise you, whenever God calls you to something, He is not taking something from you. He is trying to multiply you because He saw you fit. Any questions for me before I go? Because I'm out. Much love to everybody. Yes, you are, sister. Yes, you are. Shout out to you. Congratulations to you. Instagram cousins, I'm off. Okay. Anything that I have mentioned, normally I give y'all an hour to hit me up in the DM or whatever, but it is what it is. Okay. By the time I end this live, if you ain't got a DM in the messenger, then I don't know what to tell you. But if you have any questions, you can message me those, and I'll do my due diligence to make sure that I respond to you ASAP. Okay. I have a lot of things in this mentorship that God wants us to do. And I wish the people that are called to walk alongside and do this thing with me stop playing games. But God also knows I don't want the fearful. You can keep them. I don't want the unbelieving. You can keep them. If you got to send somebody from the Middle East, send them from over there. Real talk. If you got to send somebody from Hong Kong, send them over there. It is not enough for us to be talking about how powerful we are, kingdom-minded we are, and we poor as a bird and poor as a piece of bread. No, God called us to build. And I know anybody that come over here to my channel, God called you. And He didn't call you because He liked you and you cute. He called you because He can trust you and He's trying to get something to you, but you allow it. And I'm talking from experience. I didn't put this together or even announce it. All right, Instagram, I'm going to let y'all go. Love you, cousins. I'm going to finish up with them and I'm going to hang up too. Peace. See you later. I'm going to be so transparent with y'all. As strong and courageous and bold as I am, I was afraid to announce this. Just because of the attacks that I faced after announcing, okay, yes, I will help your people. Primarily losing my children, it came with a spirit of fear. Because every time I say yes to the Lord, it's like my dang on children died. I didn't want nobody around me. I'm very comfortable being by myself, is what most people don't understand. I'm very introverted. So there was a lot of fear. I literally cried.
So it looks like Elon is about to become a trillionaire.
Okay, hold on. Let me mute him because I didn't know once I hit. And
so it looks like Elon.
Okay, cool, brother. But I was afraid. Real talk. I was afraid what it was going to look like, what it was going to be like. I was afraid. And honestly, the Lord began to chastise me in ways. Stuff started drying up, looking crazy. Doors was closing. I'm like, what in the world is going on? And He kept saying, I want you to open this up. And I was like, no, no. And it wasn't that I didn't want to show people what to do. I didn't want to commit. And then, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I didn't want to deal with that. But that was based off of trauma, past trauma. And literally, I'll be 100% transparent with you. I mentioned it like 2 years ago. Then I'll be like, damn, I'm not mentioning it no more. See, nobody didn't show up. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. I mentioned it like twice. I call it the Millionaire Mentorship. Twice. One person paid, I gave them their money back. Fear. up until God started restricting, moving, closing doors. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is it? He said, whether you do it today or whether you do it 10 years later, I'm never going to change what I said to accommodate you. I said this, and this is what I said. Well, you know how people did me, and I don't want nobody close to me. I can't trust nobody until you do what I say. Things are not going better for you, beloved. And I did it then. And that's how it is for those that are called alongside of me to do this with me. It is not going to get better until you obey. God ain't finna give you no other route. This the route he told you. You would not be over here watching me. Do you think that you are drawn to me or drawn to sit here and listen for 2 hours? If God didn't call you here, think about that. You know how many people be like, Dr. T, I've been watching you for a long time. God drew you here a long time ago. You're going to be in trouble just like I was. You're going to be in trouble just like I was. And you're going to be working like an elephant and eating like an ant because you are not in proper position. If God can't trust you to do it for him, who is he going to trust? And we wonder why the devil is out here deviling and winning. Because nobody in the kingdom, nobody that's called for, nobody want to do nothing. They paralyzed. So they rather let the devil keep deviling, creating systems to bind God's people, to oppress God's people, to kill God's people, and yet we do nothing. Hate to see Judgment Day for a lot of people. Straight up. I'm out, y'all. Ain't no questions. I love you. I said what you said, Lord. You do the rest. And my prayer on this way out is, you didn't call me to do this by myself. You know that I am determined and strong-willed. I told you a long time ago, Lord, if don't nobody else want to do it, I will. I am strong-willed and I am determined to do it by myself. But you didn't call for me to do it by myself. So therefore, I have spoken what you said to your people. And those that are assigned and those that are called to this mission, this mandate, this purpose, let them have no rest. Let them seek rest and find none until they obey. Just like you did for me. Because you are no respecter of persons. Trouble their spirit until they have no option but to surrender and obey. And I thank you and I give you praise, honor, and glory for that. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth is what we all know him by. Yeshua HaMashiach. Okay? In his name. All right, I love y'all. And I'll see y'all on the next time. If you mad, that's okay. Here's a cape. Okay? So you can be Superman. Let me dress you up so you can be Superman. Take it up with the master. I don't work for the man. I work for the master. He told me to say that. Peace.